we are going that way to Numbskull. Whew, my neck is fucking killing me. But we've got to go. Gotta get my exercise. People just don't get it. You have zero expectation of privacy in public. If they don't want their dirty laundry being aired, maybe don't make it visible to the public. Something like that. Maybe. I tell you what though, all you Redditors, you're a bunch of fucking hard asses. Insanely difficult to please. I post a nice little walking tour video of Ogden, and the fucking r/Ogden sub downvoted to oblivion. That's no surprise though. That's typical Reddit behavior. Don't use the downvote button as a disagree button. Okay, we're gonna confabulate some fucking fantasy reason why this violates the sub's rules. Okay, now we can use the downvote button. You're a bunch of fucking fanatical liars, Reddit. And I don't like you. Nobody likes you. I think ancient dial-up powered forums from the HughesNet era are more agreeable. Hell, the Pro Boards forums are more agreeable. The people that browse those ones are more agreeable than your average fucking low IQ common denominator Redditor. In fact, 9 times out of 10, when they downvote something, they're downvoting, there's a name for it, but it's like an effect of some sort. They're just following a pattern. And one way you can call it mob mentality, because they're going along seeing that this person has been attacked and downvoted. A person will chime in and ask why. That person will be the sole voice of reason, and then he or she will also get attacked and downvoted because you're going against the narrative. You're going against the hive mind of Reddit. So I will never share anything with certain Reddit subreddits ever again. Just because the way I was treated, I was mistreated, I was downvoted for no reason, and not just by 1 or 2 people. I was downvoted by seemed like enough people to drop me into the negatives. So, and then the whole gaslighting where people say, oh, it's imaginary internet numbers. Those numbers determine if your posts are going to be seen by people. They're also going to let mods know whether you're a reputable poster or not, a reputable Redditor. Because if it's too low, they're going to think, oh, you're a shit poster. So yeah, enough with the fake imaginary karma gaslighting. We all know that the karma system is there for a reason. It's not fake, it's not useless. So stop with the gaslighting. It would be great if Reddit could actually be used the way it's meant to be used. I'm guessing Reddit's sole purpose is for attention whorism, fame whorism. It's not for actual articulate, erudite discussion. No. You don't have to like a video or a post someone submitted. But again, it's not a I dislike this or I disagree with this button. But people jump on the bandwagon and do it anyway. The rules are clearly there, and people are like, well, fuck the rules. It's my feelings. And they'll be offended by just about anything and everything. So I'm no longer contributing anything like that I have created to Reddit. What did skydiving? I thought there was a dude up there skydiving. So I'm never going to share any of my personal art or anything, you know, like all the downvotes and just disgusting behavior, the cronyism, favoritism, nepotism on the SWOTOR sub. Funny how I post the character screenshot pictures of my characters, downvoted, then it gets removed. Now suddenly it's okay that people do it. It gets upvoted to the bazillions. I guess maybe you just don't like the certain species that I choose to play as. Subtle racism, methinks? You're just a bunch of touchy assholes who can't make up your minds. And in fact, your disgusting behavior on that sub has made me not want to play the game. I realize that the sub is not affiliated with the game, but it makes me not want to play it. Too many assholes. And then people basically coming and trying to tell me in my own game, don't roleplay as a queer character. I hate queer characters. I see enough as it is. And trying to basically tell me that it's ruining their personal first world experience. And I'm like, I don't even know you from Adam, bud. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I share one screenshot of a gay kiss with Theron, and this dude flips his shit and basically accuses me and the whole LGBT community of everything bad, basically from the death of the dinosaurs to the crucifixion of Jesus, basically. It was insane. And then people wonder why they don't want to take part in MMOs. Really? I mean, you can't even share a fucking innocent screenshot without being fucking attacked. And if you don't like it, you could just be like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm not going to take part in this discussion. So not only are you bringing more attention to a cause that you supposedly don't like or support, you're also outing yourself as a bigot, and you're drawing attention to yourself. So there's that. These little times like this where I can sneak out and go to Numbskull games or wherever I feel like are little nice breaks from reality. I'm not having to hear my neighbors bitch or pretend like there's a problem when the only problem is their own paranoia and self-importance. It's funny, for like the past 2 or 3 days, I haven't even had my camera out when exiting the apartment. Just to prove a point, I do not always film every time. Especially when today I had 2 bags of trash in my hands to throw into the dump. I really had no place to put a camera, even if I wanted to. But people are going to sit there and be like, oh no, it's the gay guy with the camera. Run! Run! Yeah, listen to yourselves. You're scared of an overweight old gay guy with a camera. This is the most hilarious example of either being camera shy, taking extreme, or homophobia, like it's a literal phobia, or both. Which I really don't care, because I don't care to make acquaintance with anyone there, so, you know, more power to you. I'm not going to ask for a cup of sugar. I'm not going to invite you over for tea and light refreshments. You knock yourself out hiding. I could care less. I'm just going to point out that I think it's ridiculous. Oh no, the gay guy with the camera is out and about. Oh no. Especially when I'm not even filming residents of the complex. I'm filming my feet on the ground. Until someone approaches me, then yeah, I'm going to film, because they might have a weapon. They might, you know, whatever. Because I've been attacked before. I've been attacked once by a dog, and I've been attacked once by a person at that complex. So yeah. If people are too stupid to open their fucking put on their listening ears, like our teachers would say in kindergarten. Okay, Timmy. Let's put away our talking mouths and put on our listening ears. Yeah. Now remember, Timmy, Ledger has the speaking stick. It's his turn to communicate. He's allowed to speak his truth for 5 whole minutes. You have to handle these people with fucking kid gloves, because they're so, like, I feel like these people, not all of them, but a good chunk of them, have lived with mom and dad for so long, and they were probably, no, I'm not saying this is a fact, I'm saying probably, given a very, like, oh, there's another bomber plane coming in to Hill Air Force Base. They're probably given very relaxed, you know, entitled, comfortable lifestyle, which the entitlement comes from years of being comfortable with not paying rent, getting free room and board, not being expected to do anything. And then when you move out into the real world, you bring those same expectations with you, and that's where the entitlement comes from. Like when your landlord says, hey, it's been 6 months, where's the rent? And you kind of balk at that, like, I don't have to pay rent. That's like the entitlement. People say entitlement out of context all the time. Like, they're not being entitled just because they're staying with their parents. The entitlement comes from living rent-free because of your parents, being expected to do very little. You move out into the real world, and you have this security blanket of your parents to kind of just, oh, we got your back, son. Well, when someone disagrees with you, isn't listening to your temper tantrum, and you're throwing your foot down on the ground like an angry toddler, you suddenly realize mommy and daddy aren't right there in your corner to try to tell me, the evil, bad neighbor, that they're going to call my mom and dad, or they're going to talk to my principal, or I'm going to go have a timeout. No. That's the entitlement. So no, you're not just entitled because if you live with your parents. That's not what I was saying. Hopefully that clears things up. Entitlement comes from years of this pattern of behavior where, like, you feel, you know, and then people use privilege and entitlement interchangeably. They're not. Internet is a privilege, not a right. If you can't afford the internet, you don't deserve to have it. I would argue everybody should have access to it, because sometimes that's the only way to get real news. But I digress. Entitlement is a mindset. Privilege is kind of like a lifestyle, if that makes sense. And a lot of times it's unconscionable. It just happens. People don't realize. And I'm not having those discussions with everybody because it's not my job to fucking educate everybody. I've tried opening my hipster neighbor up to discourse, and he wasn't going to have that conversation with me. I tried. And he's like, nope. So I'm like, okay, that's your choice, buddy. But you pretty much just proved my point as far as statutes go, using hate speech. Fucking, just how it is. People just don't know. They're entitled, and I blame it on the parents as much as I do the kids. The kids get sucked back into that lifestyle because of the parents, and it's not always the parents. I'd say probably a good 80%, 90% of the time it is. 70, 80%. There's a lot of parents who are like, look, you can move back under the condition you're paying me rent and you're maintaining your end of the house. The second you lose your job or you quit, you have 2 weeks to relocate. I've known parents like that. I would get thrown out of my house on a whim for looking at my dad wrong, or for having the audacity to disagree with my mom, my dear, sweet, Christ-like Mother Teresa mom, who's never done anything wrong in her life. Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. So I get it, you know, people are entitled without even realizing it, you know, it just happens. You know, another example is you've lived with mommy and daddy for so long, and then you finally get a roommate, and that roommate expects you to uphold your end of the roommate agreement, and you're consistently late with rent, or you don't pay rent. And it's not a situation like where you're kind of homeless and your roommate's just being nice and helping you out with a couch to sleep on once in a while. It's more like a situation of, you know, I have rent to pay, but the second I got paid, I spent it on an Xbox Series X. Or I spent it all at fucking, you know, American Eagle, or I spent it all at, you know, there's another one. Wow, this must be the National Guard being flown in or something. How many of those bomber type planes do we need coming in? And they're lowering for this, so they're not going to Salt Lake Airport, they're going to Hill Air Force Base. Whew. Missions and on the spot hiring. So those two mutually exclusive things, I'm going to assume so. I'm going to assume that they're hiring and on the spot emissions are mutually exclusive. Of course, this place is completely vacant. Remember back in the 90s, they had a video store here. And they had like a $1, you could get 5 t-shirts for $5, one of those stores. It had like, you know, kind of crazy designs on them. They had a shoe store. Now they want you to buy everything online because they have to pay less people. And so more people are out of jobs. See how that works? I mean, even fucking Amazon people can't be bothered to pay their warehouse people. And then when you contact help, everything now is outsourced out of the US to India. So, and it's not like it's an Indian person who lives in the US and is just trying to like make ends meet. No, everything is fucking outsourced. How about maybe bring those jobs back here to the States? That'd be nice. It'll never happen, but it'd be nice. I'm smelling smells good. That's Burger King that I'm smelling. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, girl. I'm gonna have to replace my Silent Hill 2 for Xbox because I turned my house upside down trying to fucking find that shit. And I don't know where it is. So I'm just gonna assume it's gone. So put my mask on. Take my sunglasses off.